Hello, welcome to my new video. It's Ville Paalsma and I have a few days off, so I just decided I should go somewhere as it's beginning of the week. And there was this conference called Native Advertising Institute Native Days, and I decided to go there and see what's happening. And I expect from the conference that I will see a lot of people creating video like me, maybe. Then a lot of new insights, new ideas. When you go to a conference where the most brilliant people tell what they're doing and tell about their issues, I think that's where you learn the most. Yeah, so it's super. Let's see. Good. Safe.
Hello, I'm back in Helsinki from the Native Days, and now it's time to see good, bad and ugly. What I enjoyed the most was that they were truly great, brilliant people, and actually talking with people who were working for some companies or businesses and who were there just to see how native advertising is done. Those were the most inspiring conversations. Definitely the best speech was with Graham Nelson. It was engaging, it was great speech, and he's actually one of the only one who had created content themselves and had so vast experience. If I were to hire somebody, it would be probably Graham Nelson for creative director. And these kind of conferences, they really inspire you, and actually I felt like I can do stuff myself. I need to just update my production value. But the thing is that when you are entrepreneur, and when you have a relatively small business, you don't want to get too much overhead. In small businesses, the arbitrage is the overhead and the people working in advertising, because we created our own marketing campaigns and we grew around 500% in 1.5 years. And I think one of the main reasons was that we did not have anybody except us who created the ads and spent time on advertising campaigns. So that's a big thing. When your monthly ad spend is around 10K, when you hire somebody, it increases the marketing budget quite a bit. So that does not really make sense, because now we can spend more money on cost per acquisition. And if we had hired somebody, we could not spend that much money. So that's one big thing. And I think when you're a small business entrepreneur, you probably should start doing your own content. Maybe get somebody to help you. When you create content, you really need to do it on a daily basis. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Or like one video per week or something like that. So I can't really hire a creative agency to do it. I would spend like all my ad marketing budget. It makes sense when you have a large company and the marketing budgets are really tremendous. And I feel that the conference was really well structured. I also enjoyed Michael Villasenor. They are creating this new platform for their publishings, and it looked really nice. And I don't know if it's secret or not, but they came up with these daily briefings and they distill the news And also what I feel that was slept on but was really great insight was AdHive. They are not working in Finland, but I got the idea that we should start working with influencers and especially nano influencers because people trust them most. So next week I will create a list of nano influencers who live proximity of our dental practice, and I probably should do a case study out of it, but that would be really interesting. So let's see. And I probably after the conference, what I trusted most was AdHive and Ivan. The presentation wasn't so slick, but I think their technology, I believe in that. And also what amazed me was that the conference was really well structured, and it's super hard to get all technology working and so that everybody are on time. And then now down to the criticism. What I did not enjoy, actually, is probably because of me, not because of the conference, but there was this really controversial keynote, at least for me. It was oil company and how they did this Green River project. It looked super nice and the speaker was charismatic, but still again, when you Google that oil company, it turns out really controversial, and the room was filled with 500 mostly journalists, and nobody gasped or gave any criticism. So I felt that people ate up the presentation without any doubts, and that's kind of after amazed a little bit, what's going on. And then I know I have not been thinking about it because all my life I've had my businesses have always revolved around healthcare. So it's really great value proposition, and in moral perspective I have no doubts, I make people's lives better. And then the moral issues have been I don't want to create new demand and sell services to people that don't really need them. But when you're selling cars or marketing for companies that sell cars, and you're doing kind of more harm than good in the world. So that's kind of I was pondering about the moral issues. And when you have super great engaging content about food banks, and in the end that's only to help to sell more cars in the end. So for me that's kind of I don't know, didn't make me feel good. But then again, somebody probably is doing it anyways. If it's not that company, then it's the other company, and somebody is creating ad campaigns for tobacco industry and selling loans to people who can't really afford them. So there are a lot of marketing on the dark side, I believe, but that kind of made me think quite a bit. And actually that made me proud as well, because I can work for myself and I can do things that I feel that are definitely right. And I also understand that people are working for marketing agencies and they can't really say no to their bosses. So there's that. And the other thing is that when people have presentations and they ask, is there any questions? They ask open-ended questions. So it's really, when there are 500 people watching the lecture, it requires some balls for people to ask a question in front of the people when they are not prepared. If the people giving the speeches asked a little bit closed-ended questions, that probably would help. But then again, I heard some discussion amongst the speakers who said that never let anybody ask any question in the end of the speech, because it really ruins it. And when there are so many journalists, that kind of was what the hell moment for me as well. There should be open discussion always. And then again, I don't know, really I'm not super sure if I'm going to attend next year or not. I will definitely discuss about the conference with people working in that industry, and I feel I got most out of it. Everybody knows that video marketing is the thing of today, so I would like to see many more people creating videos and vlogging and making YouTube videos next year, because it can be like a dentist who's outsider will come there and make YouTube videos out of it when there are like 500 people who work in media or in journalism. So that kind of doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. Thanks, bye.